Hello, this is Mindy Rowley. This is day 7 post-op for my superior semicircular canal dehiscence plugging, or the canal plugging. Today I am so tired. I haven't had a good night's sleep in a week because my surgeon said that I need to not use my C-Pap while I'm recovering for a week or two. So if you have sleep apnea and you're thinking about getting this surgery, that's something that you need to be aware of, I think. I wish that I would have thought to ask that. I just didn't even consider it as a problem until after the surgery that the surgeon said that I shouldn't use the CPAP. Well, when you have obstructive sleep apnea, that means you're waking up every, however often. I don't know how often I wake up, but a lot. And it also means that you are having just very disturbed sleep, nightmares, just really never falling deeply asleep. And I have the oxygen condenser machine that he's been having me use, but it's just the little tubes, that are in your nose, and it does not help you breathe if you're obstructed. So it might get plenty of oxygen to your brain while you're breathing, but it doesn't. So I can see it helping somewhat, but definitely doesn't help me when I'm trying to sleep. Anyway, my head feels so just, I can't even describe, so tired. And so that's something that I wish I would have been aware of beforehand. And I still think I would have done the surgery, but it would have been good to know going into it, like, oh, wow, okay, maybe I could have tried some, I know there's some different like appliances and mouth things that you can do for sleep apnea that I don't know if they work as well, but some people say they work. I could have looked in and been prepared for something like that. Some other things I wish that I would have known ahead of time is when they say to fast going into surgery, don't even have a sip of water to like wet your mouth, which sounds ridiculous, or like at least don't swallow anything. Because I was honest with the nurse and said, yeah, I had a little sip just because my mouth was dry, and that delayed my surgery for 4 hours, and I just had to sit there and be nervous for 4 hours. Also, I wish I would have really, like, if you have anxiety and you're planning on getting this surgery, you might not want to listen to this, but like, I went into it, because I do have anxiety, I went into it not wanting to know all the nitty-gritty details because I knew I would talk myself out of it. But I did. I am glad that, or I wish that I would have known, I guess I should say, is that that I would have, like bruising. Obviously, like, that's pretty common sense, but like I still have some bruising. Not a big deal. But I also had like a blister from where they had stuck the trachea tube in down my throat, and I think it was pinching or something like that. And so I had this big blister for the longest time, and it was really painful. And also my air passageway or whatever was really raw and felt like I had a cold, like I had to keep coughing, and just felt very uncomfortable for a couple of, 3 or 4 days. It's feeling fine now. Also, I don't think I actually realized that they were going to have to slice my ear, and put my ear forward a little bit. I didn't really think about that. I had seen people with scars, but they were back a little ways. They weren't actually like cut into the ear, and so I hadn't really thought about the fact that my ear would feel numb And when I touch it like this, it sounds like the microphone tapping, like when you tap a microphone. Or you know what I mean, like the little, yeah, microphone. Has that weird sound to it. I knew I knew it was possible that I would have tinnitus, but it was louder than I had anticipated, but that's not a huge, I mean, it is a negative thing, but I did know that knew going into it that I would have that. Sorry, I know these are horrible videos, but I gotta do it, and my brain is so tired that you're just gonna have to deal with it. Um, what else do I wish I would have known? Um, anyway, 7 days post-op, I feel like I'm doing significantly well, even though I'm not sleeping well. If I could sleep well, I think I would be just fine. Um, I'm walking. I can walk fine without my walker, but it's still tipsy, so I like to keep the walker close. I'm going up and down the stairs just fine. I just hold on really tight to the railing. I've been able to go outside, get a little bit of sunshine, walk around a little bit that way, even do some little household chores, just really small things. Yeah, but that's the biggest thing that I wish I would have known was the sleep apnea problem. So if you do have sleep apnea, that's something to think about, something to talk to your doctor about. I did put my C-Pap on just for a minute or so this morning because I was desperate. I woke up at 1 o'clock in the morning and now it's 1 o'clock p.m. I still haven't slept. I laid down and rested for a few minutes, but then I stopped breathing and woke myself up. So I refuse to go back to sleep until the doctor calls me back. And it's Monday, so I left a message Saturday, I think, but they haven't gotten back to me yet. So I think I've called 3 times. They're getting really annoyed by me, but I'm like, dude, I need to sleep. I need someone to call me back. But yeah, after I put my CPAP on, my ear did hurt just a teeny bit. So I'm like, ooh, I better not wear it for now until the doctor says it's okay. But it's miserable. So yeah, that's about it. But I'm hopeful that after I get a good night's sleep, I'm going to be really happy and I'm going to be fine. I know that I'm getting better every single day. I still feel like I'm glad I did the surgery for now, but it's still early on in the ball game, so I don't know if all in the end, if I'll feel like it was worth it. I will say that I was so happy when I woke up from the anesthesia. The first thing I did was I hummed to myself to see if I sounded like a kazoo, and I didn't. And I was so happy. I almost jumped up and hugged the surgeon because I was like, yay, it worked. That's how happy I am to not have to listen to a kazoo in my head. And it wasn't all the time, but just certain letters, not letters, certain sounds would sound kazooey and just so loud in my own head, and just the pain of sounds in my brain. So yeah, I'm still kind of happy I did it, but I'm glad that I knew that I wasn't going to be able to do a single thing this whole, recovery time. I planned on not being able to do anything, so you gotta clear your schedule. Anyway, that's all for now. I'll let you know tomorrow how it goes, if I'm able to use my CPAP or not, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.